Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. What's that political system called when you have the business interests together with working together with political class? It's called somehow. Yeah, well, I can't remember really. Maybe you guys remind me. So we have this a little example when we have big corporations cooperating with political forces in, I would say, against its citizens, or at least a certain group of the citizenry. So I have this here an article from Business Insider from September 11, 2022. NRA slams credit card company code to track purchases at U.S. gun shops, claiming it's creating a national registry of gun owners. So National Rifle Association, NRA, right? So Visa, MasterCard, and American Express will categorize the purchase of firearms in U.S. shops. Gun control activists. When I hear gun control activists, that means they want to take your gun. That's the translation. Gun control. What do you mean control? You should not control anything on my guns or anybody's guns who doesn't have any medical problems or felonies. That's all. Medical problems, because unstable, right? Mentally unstable. And felonies. That means especially when they use armed robberies and other things, domestic violence, misdemeanors and so on, related to that. Everybody else, you should not know how many 10,000 guns the neighbor has, or when he buys them, when he sells them. That's shouldn't be your business. You should know how many condoms I have or I don't have. And that's more important than a gun, because I can give life, right? Instead of taking a life. But I don't think these guys have a problem taking lives if you look at the abortion issue. The International Organization for Standardization approved the creation of the new code on Friday. Visa, MasterCard, and American Express will use a new code for gun shops purchases in U.S. stores in a win for gun control advocates that has angered the NRA. It didn't anger the NRA. It's not about NRA. It's about citizens, the freedoms, and these so-called advocates. Gun control advocates are the ones that infringe our freedoms and liberties. Little by little they will take our guns away, and the thugs will have guns. They can come to my house and I'm going to defend myself with what? I'm going to defend myself with this? Going to hit them in the head with it or something? Probably. Or maybe, wait a second, I'm going to call the law enforcement right now. 991, beep, 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 911, 991. You're going to get me to Biden. 911, excuse me, I have here an intruder. Wait, come on, wait a little bit. He would like to attack me. What should I do? Oh, you want to come in about 9 minutes? Okay, and what do I do in those 9 minutes? That's the average response time in the United States for law enforcement. So it could be 20 minutes and it could be a minute. Good luck to you. But if you have something, then it's going to be no minute. You don't even have to use it, if you know what I mean. So the merchant category codes are 4-digit numbers used to classify businesses, indicating the type of services or goods being sold, according to Investophobia. The merchant code does not affect the gun purchases itself, but would allow for more transparency. That means some people will know who buys the gun. That means transparency, like the whistleblower words. Transparency. No, you don't have to see what's in my house. You don't have to. I want transparency in what you do in the bathroom or in the bathroom when you're alone. A little bit transparency. Why? So I want to make sure that you don't plan anything that would hurt the neighbor. You threaten the neighbor, okay? A little bit of transparency. Really? We're gonna get with there anyway. I mean, we have the phones with us. We have these cameras. Transparency is right there. Gun control activists. I hate when I say gun control activists. Say the new code will help track larger or suspicious weapons purchases. What's a suspicious? Who will determine it's suspicious or is not suspicious? I? or someone else, and why that someone else will have his code of suspiciousness, the one that we'll use, and not mine. Does that person have a PhD in suspiciousness studies? If not, then why he or she will determine what suspicion and I cannot? Is trained to do that? Like what? Take 3 stupid courses online about how to figure out who might be a suspicious guy? Is that how it is? And you got trained? I got 3 courses provided by the US, the departments, US blah blah blah. Really? I'm very familiar with this kind of things, believe me. And I know how deep those trainings are, some of them. So the ISO's decision to create a firearm specific code is nothing more than a capitulation to anti-gun politicians and activists bent on ending the right of law-abiding Americans and transaction at a time, a spokesman for National Rifle Association said in a statement Sunday. I don't care, man. It's not new business. Really. This is not about tracking or prevention of any virtuous motivation. It's about creating a national registry of gun owners, the spokesman continued. The payment giant's decisions followed the approval on Friday of the new merchant code by the International Organization for Standardization. Standardization means regulation. That means transparency. Like the communists, they need to know everything. So they keep you safe. They will keep us safe because we didn't know how. They were taking care of our lives and they were running our lives because we didn't know how to do it. So there were some other human beings that were running my life because I was incapable. And they would tell me what's good and what's bad. This is like here. They will take care of us. They're mommy and daddy and we are retards. Ooh, we don't know what to do. That's really bad. So the new code will apply to all purchases at gun and ammunition stores, though gun sales at other types of retailers won't be captured separately. Cash. That's what you're going to do. Cash, and then you don't have cash because you don't want to have cash. So you're going to have the chip, or who knows what else you're going to have in your ass. A little pump that's going to... Visa, the world's largest payment processor, acknowledged the change in a statement Saturday and said it would protect all illegal commerce and Visa network in accordance with our long-standing rules. Blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, American Express also said in a statement that it will meet regulations and work to prevent illegal activity on our network. Yeah, okay. Good for you people. Thank you very much. How much longer do I think I live? If I'm allowed to live, it would give me about 20 more years. So in 20 more years, let's give this guys about 7 years. In about 7 years, if it goes the way it goes right now and we have the same one political party with 2 names and one has mustache, the other one doesn't have mustache, there's a difference. They have the same parents, they're the same sponsors. It's just 2 identical twins. It's just that one decides to wear a mustache and the other one doesn't. So now you know who's who, what's what, but the same thing. Look, since this country was created, since it was formed, this United States of America, on this territory, our rights were infringed day by day by day. I don't know of any rights that were expanded, ever. If you look, everything that's in that Bill of Rights, it was infringed from the ones that we got. I'm not talking about 11, 12, 13, 14 Amendment. Yeah, they were fantastic. But if you look at the first, second, third, and fourth, they all and they would be like disappear. Why? And they would have 2 parties. Why do we have 2 parties? A and B. It's so ridiculous, man. So in about 7 years, if it's going this way, we're going to not have probably guns, but I don't know. I suspect a lot of people will lose their guns that day. All right. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.